Conspiracy theories. People love controversy, and more importantly, people love to be right. A conspiracy theory is defined as a belief that some covert but influential organization is responsible for a circumstance or event. With the birth of the internet, conspiracy theories now have an active breeding ground to reach hundreds of eyes and ears, from Reddit forums to Facebook to influential figures like Alex Jones or the President of the United States, Donald Trump. But recently in 2019, conspiracy theories are having a harder time spreading. The poster child for this would be InfoWars, owned by previously mentioned Alex Jones. Jones is more notorious for the Sandy Hook conspiracy theory, where Jones was convinced the school shooting was a hoax to create more gun control laws. He was convinced that crisis actors were paid to make an appearance and make it seem as though people had died and to attract media attention. While Jones may not openly say the Sandy Hook shooting was a hoax in 2019 because he's being sued by Sandy Hook parents, he is still firm behind many of his beliefs that went on behind the school shooting.
Alex, the parents, one after the other, devastated. The dead bodies that the coroner autopsy.
And they've blocked all that, and they won't release any of it. That's unprecedented.
All of the parents
even the
decided
reports.
to come out and lie about their dead children.
I didn't say
what
that.
What happened to the children?
I will sit there on the air and look at every position and play devil's advocate.
Was that devil's advocate? The whole thing is a giant hoax. The whole thing was fake.
Yes, because I remember even that day, if I go back from memory, then saying, but then some of it looks like it's real. But then what do you do when they've got the kids going in circles in and out of the building with their hands up? I've watched the footage, and it looks like a drill.
In the recent year and a half, YouTube has been working to remove and debunk conspiracy theories from their site. Apple, Google, Facebook, and even Spotify has taken steps to remove Jones and InfoWars content from their sites. Since he's been deplatformed, Jones has been looking to get any sort of spotlight he can get. On February 27th, 2019, Alex Jones was on Joe Rogan's popular podcast on YouTube. One of the more dangerous conspiracy theories would be the anti-vax movement. This movement is fueled by parents who believe that vaccinations cause some sort of autism or other life-threatening diseases rather than preventing the diseases that the vaccinations are created for. There are signs that this movement began as early as 1855, but is still going strong in 2019. Recently, a child in Oregon came down with the first case of tetanus in almost 30 years. The 6-year-old spent 57 days in the hospital and reached nearly $800,000 in medical bills, all because of a small cut to his forehead and a lack of vaccination. Outbreaks of measles and other long-thought-dead diseases have begun to run rampant. In 2019 alone, there have been 5 different outbreaks of measles in 5 different states. The World Health Organization has even named vaccine hesitancy as one of the top 10 global health risks of 2019. Luckily, sites like Facebook and YouTube are working to deplatform these conspiracy theories. Facebook by deleting these groups as a whole, and YouTube by making these videos harder to find, and even giving viewers an option for more information. Climate change, for example, is the opposite of the last two, as it is something very real but is being treated as a hoax. From the thousands of scientific articles to photographs, global climate change is irrefutable. But to many, like the President of the United States of America, it's all just a ploy for money. A study done by the Yale Program on Climate Change displays that 14% of Americans do not believe in climate change. According to the US Census Bureau, there are about 327 million people living in the United States. So 14% comes out to about 45.7 million people who claim that climate change is a hoax. So, in conclusion, anyone is entitled to their own opinion, but no one is entitled to ignore the facts. Most of the popular conspiracy theories seem to stem from either a lack of knowledge or an unhealthy amount of skepticism. So it comes down to a simple fact check. Understand your sources. Understand the opposing opinions. Be skeptical, but don't overdo it. Otherwise, you may as well have a custom tinfoil hat made for you.